Thank you, everybody, for being here. We have head coach Jonatan Giráldez. Andre, go ahead and kick us off.
Hey, Jonah, thanks for taking the time to speak with us. Wanted to get your assessment. I know we talked after the game, last game, where you created a lot of chances, but didn't score the goals that you wanted to, but you were proud that the chances were created. But was there more of a focus on finishing ahead of Portland, especially given that they're struggling a bit, especially in defense?
Yeah, we need to increase the level in terms of confidence for sure. That is important point, but we have not big things in terms of changes because 1 week ago we scored 4 goals against one of the best teams in the league, against Kansas. So for me, is what I said the other day, one of the most important things is keep creating chances, as many as possible, to make sure that in the last situation we can have the best possible scenario to score, and then try to optimize that. If you can create 10, better than 5. If you can create 15, better than 10. So it's my job, it's my responsibility to give them the players all the possible situations to make sure that everything is understood in terms of how do we have to create chances in terms of attacking. So for me, that is the most important thing. For sure, you need to increase the level of confidence when you are training and doing a specific drills just for the strikers, but nothing special.
Appreciate that. And I kind of wanted to, my next question is focused on the newer players that showed up with the team. We know Lacey Santos has been in quite a bit. Unfortunately, we're expecting to have Croix, but it looks like you're going to have to rely on Rose a little bit more and not off the bench like it kind of seemed at first. But also Esme Morgan, we haven't yet seen her make her debut. What are you kind of looking for these players, and where are they in terms of their fitness in terms of being ready to play in the NWSL from a starting position?
Yeah, I think you could watch that the last game with Rose and Lacey. Lacey was 100% fit because she played with the national team in Olympic Games, and Rose, she need a little more time to prepare because she did not pre-season. So it was a specific job for her to adapt as soon as possible, as quick as possible, to make sure that the process in terms of physical condition was good, and now she's in a good shape. So let's work with her in terms of maintain the level, the high level during the whole game, not just specific moments. And then with Esme Morgan, we need a little more time because she had small problems in quad to, she has to adjust a little more the load. But right now, this week was really good. So she will be available 100% to play. I will decide tomorrow which will be the starting, but she had small problems the last 2 weeks, but right now she's in a good shape. So as many players as possible we have to decide is, for me, for sure, much better.
I appreciate that. And my last question, unless somebody else wants to jump in, is going to be about Croix Bethune, where the whole Spirit supporter group and everything are pretty devastated that she's no longer going to be available. But on the pitch, she seems to do a lot of things that makes creating and converting chances really easy. So what are some things that kind of what challenges does it create to not be able to rely on her for the rest of this season?
Yeah, you said it. He's a big player for us. Very, very important. I think she created 10 assists. She scored a lot of goals too. She's one of the most important players in the team, especially when we are attacking the last meters. She's very smart, and not having her is a big issue for us. That's we know, but we have to replace her in the best possible way. We have other players. We have to maybe modify small roles from specific players to make sure that we can keep creating the same number of chances every game, and being a big lose for us. But in the end, we have to see the positive thing. Maybe other players right now, they have to make a step forward, and we can modify the role of other players, young players, and have more options when we are attacking. Maybe play with 4 coming from outside, or we have to find a solution. For me, I don't like to put excuse or just say, oh, what a pity because we are missing one of the best players in the team. For me, it's move forward and just thinking about what can I do as a coach to help the players to keep creating a lot of chances in the game and compete for winning games. So that's part of football. We have to accept it. She had an injury being out of the, it was not training. So in the end, we have to help her, be with her, but at the same time, keep competing because we know we have a big squad, a big roster, and everyone will be important. So we have 8 finals to compete. And after that, I hope the quarterfinal NWSL championship. So I don't like to put excuse. We have to compete and go for it.
Appreciate it. I'll step out of the way. I have one more question, but I want to open it up in case anybody else wants to get in.
Any more questions before we go back to Andre? All right, Andre, wrap us up.
All right, final question from me. Focusing more on the opponent that you'll be facing directly, the Portland Thorns. They've been struggling a little bit, certainly in defense, but it looks like they're going to have better fitness for their 2 really key players, Sam Coffey and deeper in midfield, and of course, Sophia Smith at the attack. In terms of trying to control games with the midfield, what kind of problems does Sam Coffey pose? And then on the other end, defending Sophia Smith, that is also always a bit of a nightmare, but the Spirit have done fairly well against her recently. So what are your thoughts on both of those players?
Oh, it's about the characteristics of the player that we have to face. That is for me the key when you are preparing the week in terms of contents for training. You have to make sure that the 2-3 small details that you say and explain to the players are the most important things. So how they control the game is one of the biggest things for the game because we know the level that they have. We know it. And Sophia Smith is one of the best strikers in the world. And type of midfielder they have, they like to, and they have the experience to cope with these kind of games. So we have to compete, understanding that each game will be like a final. So we were analyzing everything and we are gonna prepare the game in the way that we think that is the best possible way to face that game. So Sophia Smith and midfielders are, unbelievable, but we have good players too. So we have to, we play at home with our supporters. We have good feelings playing now the Field Stadium. I want to say that everyone must come to the stadium to give us the support that we need because people is gonna enjoy. So I would like everyone there competing and giving shares to the players because right now all games that you play are very, very tough, very, very difficult. So they have strong points, but I think we have to.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonah. Thank you, everyone. We'll be right back with McKenna Morris.
Bye-bye.